Hey guys, Mantis here with another coaching session, and this is going to be ADC Silver 2 ELO. And first things you want to look at is the lane matchups. They're lacking Flash on Shaco, and they have TP on Tristana. It's pretty interesting. No Flash on Tom Kench. Ignite Zed, this is all good, and that's about it. So Flashless Tom Kench could be punishable. See the game starts. Okay, thinking about your purchase, this is fine. Does a good job covering entrances, yep, it's all good. Generally don't want to be using menu, but it's fine. While you're covering entrance, you don't want to use menu, because if they walk up, you have to press escape. It's one action that you probably don't want to do. So lane starts. Kind of safe to assume that there's a Shaco box somewhere. Good CSing so far. So this lane, for the most part, you just want to be CSing good, right? And you're doing a great job so far of it. Really waiting just for Thresh to get a hook on. Get that level 2 beforehand. Alright, so one thing you can do is on this wave here, start pinging that you want to play aggressive. Because if you have the level 2 advantage, so what that means is if they're level 1 and you're level 2, then you'll be doing a lot more damage to them, and you have an extra spell. So this is something you need to look for, right? So you had perfect opportunity to get the early level 2, but it wasn't. See how they're level 1? You need to play aggressive here. There needs to be aggression. You can't just sit back and not utilize this level advantage, right? They're level 1 here, right? And in 1 minion, they're level 2, but if you play the wave differently and look to play aggressive, they won't get level 2 as quick. So yeah, they're backing up, but you guys just need to be a bit closer. You need to be prepping yourselves for this aggression here by walking up, right? He shouldn't have got that one, even that one auto off on that minion, right? But this is good. This is good. This is good zone now, but it should have came out a bit earlier. Definitely. Like you really want to shoot for the first blood at that level 2 in every game you play. You want to be the aggressor in solo queue. Okay, now it's cannon wave. Use top side. I'm not sure if these guys leashed. The enemy bot lane, that is. Nice. Probably didn't need to exhaust there. You can just auto him here. It's fine just to auto him. You don't need to exhaust here. Definitely not going to be able to kill him, but you're going to be able to put enough damage on him. Like right here. Oh, sorry. Right about here. You have such a high health advantage. So it's actually okay just to kite this way and then play the next wave. Because right now what happens is that you take too much damage. Minions are striking you as well. And you end up almost the same HP as her. When in fact, just like 5 seconds ago, you were almost 90% HP. Now you're at like 30% HP. So it's something to worry about, think about. Back up, just back up a little bit earlier. It's fine. Just don't tank this wave. It's not worth it. You'll still have the health advantage, and you haven't even used your potion, so you have potion and health advantage here. And then on the next wave, start playing even more aggressively. Now with that advantage you have, but because you took a little bit of free damage, it's more even than it should be, and it shouldn't be this even. You're like, I can tell that you got the mechanics to make it happen with your champion. Just shouldn't be that close. Yeah, it kind of sucks that Shaco can do that to Thresh. It's fine. So you should be looking to ward here. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, so this is just important to keep in mind, right? The crab is about to spawn. So the enemy jungler has two options. Either go to this crab or go to this crab. Every jungler likes the crab, right? Every jungler wants the crab, right? So knowing this information, you should be taking the necessary steps to avoid getting ganked here by warding, right? So here, push the wave in, da-da-da. And then don't walk the try here. Walking up the try is just pincer, because if he's in the river right now, then you get pincered in the try, and it's bad news bears, right? So what you want to do is push the wave in good, and then walk up river, and then place your ward in this general area here. That way this gank Thresh doesn't have to waste his flash, right? So like for the ward, you can place it right here. I think it's right here. And when you place it here, it'll reveal this area and the area up there. So when Fiddle walks down, you'll see him, right? Warding just to try, it seems like a good idea, right? But if he comes down river, you actually don't have it covered. So it's not that good unless you have two wards, right? So you should be recognizing even after this trade, okay, the crab is spawning soon, I just took a big trade. What is the enemy jungler gonna do, right? Where did he start? He started topside. And the only tell you had for that was, I believe these guys came to lane early. So it means that they didn't give a leash. But yeah, definitely right here, go to long way and get that ward down in the river. Walking up the try can only get you pincered. If these guys were more healthy, or he was playing a champion that like Leona, Nautilus, Alistar, like any other champion, you're probably gonna be having to waste flash like him, but maybe even die, right? Because like all Shaco did there was place his box, right? But if this is a Leona, that's an E stun easily, right? And then Tristan is gonna follow up while you dip, right? And then Thresh dies. Something to think about with the wording. Just watch what happens after the gank. We see Fiddle playing a little bit safe. Good, yep, nice. Master Yi's on the crab. I think Fiddle might be on golems right now. So with this harassment here, I like the idea. But where's Tristana? Did she take it back? I think she did. So okay, so right here, what you want to do is just shove the wave in and go back to base. You're a bit low mana, so you, yeah, definitely. Because I think Tristana's coming back with a reset. So yeah, that mana should have been used on because you're never really killing Shaco, right? Like threat, it's, I don't know, it's just not gonna happen, right? Shaco's press Q and he just dips. It's like it's not even worth applying this damage, especially when you're on the back. Yeah, next wave is a kind of wave too. So yeah, so from this moment right here, try to keep in mind that you have a back timer here. Push the wave in and back it, definitely. Raise Tristana AFK. Uh, Triss might have been AFK there, but you should have taken that back regardless. I think you stayed a little bit too long. So this is the cannon wave. Okay, yeah. Now you should be at base walking the lane right now. Really just want to be focusing on getting this wave on the turret right now. And so if you dropped that ward where I told you, you would have spotted this gank as well. So make sure you put that ward down. And try not to get baited by Shaco too much. He's kind of like a troll champ. Okay, so right here, it's hard to notice, but Zed is coming for you. He's walking down, and then shortly after, Victor pings. So maybe try to put your pings higher volume. But right there, he only pings once, right? So it's not a lot of information, but it's enough information to say, I need to get the hell out of here. Fighting here is not good. So if you didn't recognize that he pinged, it's very beneficial for you to turn your volume up. Because this guy should not be dead right now. Yeah, this is a really awkward back by you. Oh, he's still haven't base yet. Did he die here? Yeah, no. You need to back earlier. When you're like this, 1,000 gold, Tristana comes back from base with items above on you, and you have no mana, no HP, just base. Just base. You need to base. This is a big mistake, actually. Because you should have based a long time ago. A long time ago. You should have based right. You should base on this wave after pushing it in. So 3 minutes and 46 seconds, and then you die at almost 2 minutes later. So your back was 2 minutes late, if that makes sense. And you didn't back because you pressed back, you died. So it wasn't even your choice to back there. I'm not sure how much damage your Q does, but I think your Q could be very helpful here. This is just a bit too forced. So one thing with Shaco is that his boxes are gonna definitely 100% be bothersome to you. For you press tab. I think you press tab here, yeah. So Shaco in lane, everything about Shaco is his boxes, right? Playing around his boxes, so you can get a red trinket here to sweep the boxes, especially when you fight. So think about that against Shaco support. And then here, the wave is pushed in. Just think about how much gold is here in these minions, right? Lost my mouse. Fourteen, 14, 14, 14. It's a little bit, but you know, yeah. So it's like we have to only expect when Shaco is playing like this. You know, he's taunting you. You know, he's backing. He's trying to get your eyes on him. So you get frustrated or make an overplay, right? This is the type of stuff that like you can only lose against Shaco if you make mistakes, right? Like this. So Shaco goes up. Gets hooked. So Tristana gets hooked, but yeah, remember there's gonna be boxes all over the place, right? They're not getting hooked for free. Like look how Tristana was backing in the middle of lane. You know, she's trying to taunt. She's trying to get you guys to come. So it's like a little mind game, right? Like, if you have sweeper, maybe, or a pink ward, you can place the pink in the lane and then avoid the boxes. But getting hurt by these boxes really uh, made this play almost impossible to do. And secondly, you need to use your camera to see what Master Yi is doing. Because I think he's starting Drake and you have no idea. And starting a fight when your jungler starts Drake is really bad because he's wasting time helping you. I know Thresh started the fight, but just keep your understand against Shaco this is gonna happen, right? This stuff is gonna happen. And then obviously grab that lantern, right? Grab that lantern, obviously. But you're just getting too greedy for the kill. Your eyes have a little bit tunnel visioned into this little pocket of screen here. But you need to be a little bit more aware of what your jungler is doing. Because this is a dragon that you probably could have gotten. But now Yi has to pull off it and come help you guys. So he comes off it and look what happens. Okay, well, yeah. He wastes his time and nothing happens. So this is like just a matchup knowledge here for you. It's like against Shaco, you can't be playing overly aggressive here. And here, so Master Yi went to Drake, he went to bottom, he's wasting his time. Now he's sticking around bottom. And then he dies, Thresh dies. Yeah, so the snowball's starting to happen, right? So here, okay, so here, this is just like, sorry about that. Zed's shadow is up. Fiddle is pushing the wave in. And Master Yi just flashed to escape. So you dealing damage here is not important at all. It doesn't matter if you deal damage here to Zed. But what matters is if you take damage, it's really bad, right? So you get to lane, and 3 seconds into lane, you're walking almost melee distance to Zed, who has his double shuriken up, and you're just eating damage while the wave's getting pushed in. So if you take enough damage with this wave at higher ELO, they will dive you, and you die. So this is a big mistake by you. Don't walk up and take this free damage. It's not worth it. Even here, there's no reason. Just let the wave naturally, because they're pushing. They're already pushing, right? Let the wave naturally come. Use the turret for your defense, and secure the wave. That's the most important thing right now. It's not about dealing damage. So yeah, you get to lane. What does Zed do? He stops his back because he knows you're low enough to get dove now. So that's why they're hanging around like this, right? If you're full HP and you're farming the turret here, you're laughing because they're wasting their time. But because they're so low, they're thinking about coming to kill you. Fiddle throws his silence, Zed ultimates, and you probably die here. Yeah. So basically exactly what I said is what happened. You took damage for free, and then you died shortly after on the dive with the enemies utilizing the big wave. Now, sorry about that. Now, if you rewinded just a little back, Zed is actually channeling his recall because he doesn't want to be here because this is kind of a waste of time. But because you're stepping up and taking free damage, he cancels his recall, and then they set up the dive on you. So this is a big mistake as well that you should be worrying about. Just it's no reason to take this free damage. So at this point in solo queue, what I have to say is that you never want to be the guy who's 0-3 and the other guy is 1-0-2. You know, and then like you never want to be in this position because what the question is why? Why don't I want to be in this position? Well, because now you're waiting for someone else on the team to carry you. Will it be Victor? Will it be Yi? Will it be GP? Flip a coin and find out. You're gambling, right? You wanna be in control and be the one winning. Lane, especially in the early game. So this is why I'm focusing all up in the early game. You need to clean up your early game just a little bit. And work on your back timings for sure. The thing about Thresh into Shaco is Shaco actually kind of counters Thresh because Thresh can't really get a hook off. So it's more important for you just to not die, get a lot of CS, and then work magic in the mid game. Because you're a capable player. You have the combos, you know how to do this. But the issue is that this Thresh kind of sucks balls, but you could be playing a lot better. Yeah, Thresh is feeding, but you can still win this game if Thresh is feeding, right? So Zed gets a kill. Why does he get a kill? Because he's roamed and he's picked up kills from you. And he's able to get advantage and utilize that advantage. And then what? Fiddle got extra gold from you too, so he goes top. He kills Yi. So this Fiddle gets another kill. So like these kills that you give up for free ultimately affect what happens on the other places in the map because they have more gold than your teammates, and they utilize that gold as well. So here's the same. It's the same concept where she's pushing the wave in, and all you need to do is let the wave get pushed in, use the turret for defense, and farm. Right? There's no reason for you to walk up, take damage from Shaco, take damage from Tristana. Now your E's on cooldown. So you should be farming here safely, right? So now look how now they're not even attacking you, right? But because you're low HP, they're gonna come try to kill you. Thresh is AFK. He should have used his lantern there. He kind of killed you there, but it's fine. Like you just need to work on your early game right now. Try to really focus on early game. Yeah, it's just a miracle. You're just waiting on a miracle. Like maybe something happens, maybe you get a kill, maybe not. But you never want to be in this position in solo queue. Could you come back? Yes, maybe, but it requires everyone on your team to want to win, to want to come back, and to understand how to play from behind. What I just said is so much for solo queue teammates. It just doesn't usually happen. Sometimes it happens, yeah, that's why you should never give up and play out every single game. But it's few and far between. I'm not telling you to give up. I'm telling you it's going to be very hard to win based off your early game performance. So this is good, right? They're making mistakes. You're catching up. But you guys are still like, 12 kills down. Tristan's allowed to do that because she has a lead. You have a lot of gold. You really want to go back to base and spend it. Yeah, you're playing a little bit too far up with 1,600 gold. So here, yeah. So on this counter wave, it's really beneficial to back on counter waves. So just stand like around here, because this bush, they could be in this bush. They could be in the bush down there, and they could be over the wall as well, right, Shaco? So what you want is actually you want your thresh to walk in here, but you can't really get that going, right? So you just stand here, stay safe, farm the wave from the distance, and then exit out and back. You have too much gold on you. You need to spend that gold. Yeah, kiting to the kiting to the left here. Even though it seems like it's a small thing, but like Tristana can only jump like this, right? Shaco can only jump like this. So if you're standing over here, they have to walk to auto attack you, and if they jump over the wall and start walking, you can E that way. So it's much better to play like that with this position here. But mind you, they could be in this bush right now. Like in higher elo, these guys are chilling in the bush right here, right? So your position here, you shouldn't be positioned anywhere around here as the ADC. Because if they jump from, if you walk any more further in this direction, these guys will jump on you, and then you're probably dead. But you can E up, but now you're Eing into the enemy jungle. You're causing all types of trouble for yourself. If this brush is warded and Zed sees you moving like that, he can come down and kill you. It's just too much trouble that can happen from this type of movement here by you. They could have easily come from the bush there and killed you. Okay, so now you're backing, which is good. Should have backed a little bit sooner. Yeah, this dash is dookie, but I definitely like your mechanics. Good exhaust there. Yeah, you definitely have the mechanics to make it happen. You can climb with your mechanics. So here, after you kill... Pause here. Okay, after you kill Trist, you want to just go into the pink and back, right? Walk towards the pink ward and back. Because Zed's shadow right here, and you standing on a shadow, he can press E and deal extra damage to you. And then if Zed presses his Q over the wall, his shadow throws a shuriken as well, so you can get double shuriken. And then from here, he has no vision of you, so if you're backing in here, it's harder for him to tell which way you went or where you are exactly. It's just much better that way. Cut away. So he flashes. Ultimately, does he get the double off? I think he does get the double shuriken off. So it's just something to think about. If he flashed over without any vision and he doesn't see you, you probably might be able to escape. It's a little bit better positioning there. Again, when Zed walks up and tosses a shadow, just try to kite this way, because his shuriken radius from there is like something like this, right? So it's better. It's easier to dodge if you go this way. Just something to think about against that. Little thing against that. Cutting to the left here, you put yourself in his main body shuriken. And then again, yeah, definitely something I've noticed with you is that you disrespect the shadow too much. Cause look, pause right there. Shadow throws the shuriken. Zed throws his main shuriken. You get hit by the shadow. Tristana comes over. Gale Force and gets the kill, or maybe. Nice survive there. Back screen, nice. So yeah, at this point, it's basically you're waiting to get carried. You don't want this scenario to happen anymore. So I'm probably gonna stop the review here and just quickly go ahead and see what happens. But what I want you for right now to do is focus on your early game, okay? Everything early game right now for you. Because in solo queue, when it's doomed like this, it's almost impossible. Doing macro play in solo queue is not how you do it. Late game macro play is not how you do it in solo queue. You want to win early and then make them FF. Yeah, here you just here you're just too far up, out of position. Thresh mid lane, Yi's at base, Victor's dead. As an ADC, never want to be in this area here. You want to be probably right now. You want to be in your own jungle farming. You're way too far up. But yeah, at this point, the game's pretty much done, right? I like the no vote, never give up, and I respect that, right? When they're so ahead like this, it's so hard to do anything, right? They just can jump on you, kill you every time, right? So just kick it back to the beginning, right? Just try to keep those advice that I gave you, parent, especially with the level 2 here. You need to get level 2, which you did, but your unit model needs to be closer to them so you can strike them, alright? Once you hit level 2 in solo queue, you want to be playing ultra aggressive, alright? Ultra aggressive. So move up, anticipate that it's coming, the level 2, and then play around that. And then the ward with the crab, understand that scuttle crab is spawning soon. Remember that. And then not taking free damage here. And just understand that with the next wave, you'll be in a more dominating spot if you don't overcommit to the fight here and take all the extra damage from the minions and Shaco just whipping you in the face. So yeah, think about that ward spot here as well. Next time the crab's about to spawn, you can ward right here. Don't forget that. Other than that, I like your mechanics. This is a hard lane to play. But also remember to go back to base, alright? You're back timing. This is the next important thing for you, is that you want to push the lane in and then go back to base and spend your gold, okay? When you have 1,000 gold like this and the enemy ADC already went back to base, it's more beneficial for you, not on this wave, but the wave previous, before the cannon wave, to push this lane in super duper hard. Right about right about here. Once this wave hits right here, push this wave in and go back to base. All your spells right now. And try not to get baited by the shake. Like if Thresh hooks Shaco, it's not even worth to go up there, right? But yeah, hopefully these tips help. Good luck on the rift, man.